Okay, 5.5, last section. Yeah, this is not going to be bad. This isn't going to be bad at all.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's proportions.
Can this be speed run?
Can it be what?
Speed run.
What the heck does that mean?
Basically go as quickly as you can.
No, I don't do anything quickly. I don't move until all my little chicks know what they're doing. Okay, proportions. When two ratios are equal. Now, does anyone remember what does a ratio look like? What does it resemble?
Yeah.
What? Just, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
what? What is it?
It looks like a fraction.
Yes.
It looks like a
No, that's Natalia, you're just missing. All right. It looks like fractions. It's two fractions are equal.
I know.
Two fractions are equal. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with. To check if ratios are proportions, whoops. To check if ratios are proportions, meaning equal, cross multiply. Yeah, he's on a roll today. You all are. I think it's the front going through. Okay, so to check if ratios are proportions, meaning equal, cross multiply. Joseph, you okay? Okay. For example, wait, I'm going to let Kelly catch up.
I'm slow.
Huh?
I'm slow.
Well, then you need to speed up. I have no patience for slow students. I'm just kidding.
I was like, okay. I'm looking at it and I can't see it precisely.
Do you need glasses?
Yes, she does.
Okay, I have an extra pair. We can look like twins or besties.
Let me choose.
You want
Didn't you
some
say
old
you're-
lady glasses?
Didn't you say you're like
I'm
blind?
Bestie. She's
Oh,
legally
yeah.
blind.
I'm
so
blind.
they'd be way too strong.
No, just readers.
Like legally
Okay.
blind.
Huh? Oh, I'm blind.
Same.
You are?
Do you wear
Yeah.
contacts and glasses?
Oh, yes.
Colored contacts?
No.
Oh.
No.
Because your eyes are really blue.
Well, thank you. They're actually green.
I have one thing to say.
Hey, Tanner, I will come stare into your eyes so that you can see the color of mine.
Cool.
I have one thing to say. So
Is it about math? Oh.
It's a science video I saw the other day,
Okay, science.
and they said, how come my kid has blonde hair? I have brown hair, and my husband and the dad has brown hair. And so somebody in the comments said, when she said that, I was about to pull out a Punnett square.
Bingo!
There was like 3,000 likes on it, and then people were saying, I haven't seen those in years.
Yeah, exactly.
Punnett square? Yeah.
You know, genetics. That's good. Now, see, I like that little comment. It has nothing to do with math, but it had to do with science.
Did you
Okay.
comment on it?
I didn't see
So,
I think so.
we're going to look. We want to check to see if these two ratios, remember, they look like fractions, but we don't say 6/8 or anything because they're not fractions. They just look like it. When you calm down. When you have two fractions with an equal sign, you cross multiply, and your arrows always go up. And we talked about why. 8 times 9, Atalia, is
72.
very good. 12 times 6 is
72.
so therefore we bring down the 72 and we bring down that 72 and they are equal. That checks.
One.
That wasn't too bad, right?
No.
Okay, let's now take it a step further. Joseph. Solving for a variable. Tanner, do you remember what a variable is? And don't just say yes. Oh, very good. Letter. Very good. Variable is a letter. It's a fancy word for the letter.
Can I
Yes.
solve the first example?
Well, you haven't even seen it. What if it's ugly?
I don't care.
You can't say, oh, I changed my mind.
I'm gonna challenge myself.
Can't
look at
them.
I'm gonna challenge myself.
6 over 15 equals 8 over n. So Tanner, once you have this written down, talk me through how to solve this. And I'll tell you if you're wrong or not.
Cross multiplication.
Cross multiplication, so the arrows go up. N times 6 is
6n.
excellent, and I'm circling it, and so are you.
I said 6m.
Okay, 15 times 8, do the math on your paper.
Okay. $120.
120. Good job, Tanner.
Can I have more time?
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you. I have duct tape in the cabinet.
It's concerning.
Let's do
Very concerning.
I want y'all to switch.
Shh. Okay, now what do I do, Tanner?
Oh, there's more. Okay.
Well, we have to solve for n. So how do I solve for that?
120 divided by 6.
Wait, we bring down the 6 in, and we bring down the 120,
20.
and what do I do?
Divide 120 by 6n.
Why? No,
Because-
just by 6.
By 6, sorry. Because 6 times n, we do the opposite.
Oh my God, intruder alert. Yes, Tanner, very good, because we're doing right here 6 times n, so the opposite is division. I'm proud of you for remembering that. We're isolating the variable, and so 120 divided by 6 is, go ahead, take your time.
20.
Very good. There you go.
Stressful.
I'm very proud of
I
you.
did this over the summer in tutoring.
Good.
Answers on the back of this page.
Huh?
You can't have done it truly.
Shh.
So I'm starting to make that up.
We're not there. We're copying the notes. Okay.
Is this from you?
Whoa. All right. Setting up proportions from word problems.
Look.
I know. I feel the same way. There should not be words in math. You're going to set, I'm going to let you catch up, set up in same order as written. Setting up proportions from word problems. You're going to set up in same order as written.
We learned that yesterday.
You had a quiz yesterday.
We learned the day before yesterday.
I'm gonna let y'all catch up. Y'all all caught up? Good
Seven,
children.
matter of fact.
Example. What is the ratio of adults to, wait,
How would you know?
ratio of adults to
ridiculous.
students is 2 to 7. I can't read my own notes. I'm like, what are you doing here?
You were probably tired again. Oops.
Okay, ratio, write that down. Ratio of adults to students is 2 to 7. What is a ratio again? It looks like a
Fraction.
fraction.
Yeah, fraction.
Okay, a fraction. Okay, so what would this look like? Atalia?
2 over 7.
Yes, you are correct. Because Adults came first. So then that means this 2 belongs to the adults. This adults, students.
Adults.
Did I say that? I
wrote it.
did. I were adults.
I almost did that too.
See what you? This is a weird day, y'all. Adults.
I
Adults
did that
to
to
students.
the first adults and then I had to fix it.
Coach Cole and I are adults.
Master.
Duts. Duts.
Who is this mastermind?
Okay.
Adults.
So that's how you would write it
You can't.
if there. Joseph, you okay? All right. So let's recap. Adults. It is written first, so the number goes on top. Okay, do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, if there are 8, I'm gonna have to do it. Adults, how many
I'm
students?
I wrote it. I'm writing it duts.
I didn't.
Okay, so the ratio of adults to students is 2 to 7. If there are 8 adults, how many students? So if this is adults and this is students,
People watching this being so confused.
I might get new followers. Okay,
Keep doing this every day.
where would I
Adults.
put the 8? I'm setting up as a proportion. Now come on, I want y'all to learn. I'm setting it up as a proportion. So the ratio of, I'm going to be nice now, adults to students is 2 to 7. So I set it up as a ratio. And then the next question, if there are 8 adults,
No.
how many students? So where would I put the 8? On top or bottom? Tanner?
Top.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep them together. So it says how many students. So what do I put down here?
7.
How many in? I'm going to put in down here because we don't know how many.
Oh, I didn't know what was going on because I couldn't understand what you were talking
Okay, that's
about.
why we got to get serious. Okay, so we had the ratio of adults to students is 2 to 7. It's like our scale sort of thing. So we're going to write that first, and we're setting this up as a proportion. If adults is on top, it says if there are 8 adults, how many students? So I'm going to put 8 on top. We're looking for how many students. I'm going to have n. So what I do is I cross multiply. Joseph, what is n times 2? What is 7 times 8? So I have 2n equals 56. What do I do now?
Divide by 2.
N equals
28.
so 28 students. So here at the beginning, they gave us our ratio of adults to students. Then they said if there are 8 adults, how many students are there then? So we are basically comparing. Okay, so we set up as a proportion, 2 over 7 equals 8 over n. We solve for n. If there are 8 adults, then there are 28 students.
Then what does the 2 and the 7 have to do with anything?
That is what you're comparing the ratio to. It's like the scale kind of like thing. It's what the ratio, like if the school has a ratio of, I don't know, for every 10 students, there's 2 teachers or something like that. But what if there were more teachers or something like that? It's just comparing it. Okay. Turn to page 206. for examples.
Can I do the first one?
Sure.
I was gonna do the first one.
So we're gonna start at number 6.
206, number 6.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I did my homework.
Yay!
Well, that's good.
It's in tutoring, of course.
Okay. So everyone on page 206?
Yes,
All right. It says write a proportion for each of the following. Do not solve. So all you're doing is writing a proportion.
solving.
So 6 says if 3 grain augers can be assembled in 5 hours, how many can be assembled in an 8-hour day? So doesn't matter. So what it says, write a proportion. So first of all, Atalia, what does a proportion look like?
A fraction.
Just one fraction
2 fractions.
with what in between them?
Equal sign.
That's right. Okay, so it says set up a proportion. There's our proportion. Now, what goes in each ratio?
So over the 6, or on, not over
The first,
yeah. So
okay,
you put 3 on top. And then you put 5, or sorry, yeah, 5 on the bottom.
okay, so she's correct. 3 grain augers can be assembled in 5 hours. So I'm going to put hours down there. 3 grain augers can be assembled in 5 hours. How many can be assembled in an 8-hour day? So what do I do over here?
N over 8.
Y n over 8.
Because you don't know how many.
Yeah, you don't, that's what they're asking. And you don't know how many, but the information they gave you was 8 hours. So since they gave you 8 hours, you know it's going to go on the bottom because you got to keep your labels together. Now they said you do not need to solve, so here is your answer. So for this section, it says do not solve. Any questions? Y'all know how to solve it anyway. 8. Kelly, tell me how to set this up. First of all, they're asking for proportion, so what is it going to look like?
So 3,000.
No, they're saying it to 7 is a proportion, so what will it look like?
The line, then equal sign
Line, equal sign, and line. Yes, exactly. So whenever they say proportion, you need to get in your heads that this is what they're looking for. Now, Kelly, it says if 2 barrels weighed 300 pounds together, how many barrels would it take to weigh 7,000 pounds?
So 3,000 on the bottom for the first one.
300, you mean?
Yes, 300. Sorry.
Okay,
Then 2 on the top.
very good. 2. Notice, again, remember this part right here? Set up in the order as they're written. So you notice Atalia and Kelly, what was written first? 2 barrels, 300 pounds together. Tanner, I need you to pay attention. 3 augers, whatever they are, in 5 hours. Okay, so what goes over here?
7,000 on the bottom.
Because it is,
That's the pound.
very good, we keep them together.
And then on the top end.
Okay, they did not ask to be solved, so you are done.
Wait, really? Is that all we're doing today?
No. Tanner,
No.
number 10. Any questions about 6 or 8?
No.
Good job, Kelly and Natalia. Okay, so Tanner, we're setting up a proportion because the directions tell us to. So what is it going to look like?
Equals 1.
Line equals line. And it says it took 40 pounds to reseed 5,000 yards. how many yard squared? How many yards squared could be reseeded with 225 pounds? So how do I write this?
5,000 yards on the bottom. Then 40 on the top.
That's right, because the 40 was written first, so it goes on top over 5,000. Very good, Tina.
And then yards, the second power on top.
What's the alpha letter?
That's pounds. Okay, so wait a minute. The next thing says, how many yards squared could be reseeded with 225 pounds?
The yards squared would be on top. So that comes first.
Wait, I'm confused. So we have 40 pounds over 5,000 yards squared, right?
Oh, never mind. Sorry. 225 pounds would be on top.
Very good. So what goes down here?
Yard squared. No. N.
Very good. Okay. Do you understand? Okay, so look, you are correct. So look, notice Italia's and Kelly's, the N was on top, but Tanner's was different. Make sure you keep the labels together.
What is that?
This,
Yeah.
that's LB in cursive. I should have done it in print. Any questions so far?
Yeah, I don't get why it would be 225 over N.
Because we have to keep our pounds together.
Oh, so you can never have it like pounds on bottom. On
Correct.
bottom, okay.
Correct. So look up here. See, hours and hours, pounds and pounds, pounds and pounds. It depends on what they give you, and what they're asking depends on if it goes on top or bottom, okay? Yes, Tanner?
It's in yards squared, so wouldn't the yard squared be in replace of the N?
Oh, that's just a label. That's just a label. So you're just doing N, and then you're going to solve for N. Let's say you were to solve for N. You know what's funny? In my notes, someone asked that last year too. If you were solving for N, your answer would have this label.
Okay.
Okay? Because we're looking for yards squared. Yes, ma'am. So you would, if you want to help remind you, you would always put your labels. Okay? Now, I'm not going to take off for it, but because you're in pre-algebra, but in algebra 1, they get picky. All right, 14. Whoa. Joseph. This is solved by using property of proportions. You're doing proportions. So 14 is 91 over y equals 13 over 5. What, Joseph? What do I do? Yep, going up. And y times 13 is? All right, and 5 times 91, I'll let you work it out.
455.
Very good. Wait, oh, yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. Okay. So we bring down our numbers. And make sure, again, remember, we keep them on the same side. Don't accidentally switch them. Now what do I do?
Divide 15.
On both sides. And I'll let you work it out.
Does it matter what side we put Y on?
I'm actually going to bring that up. That's funny. You said that.
equals 45.
Very good. You can write like that, or you can switch it around.
So it doesn't matter.
Nope. Any questions? Let's do two more. Oh, sorry, Kelly. You got it? Okay. Atalia, look at number 22.
Skip a lot.
Yeah. I think you guys are understanding this. 22 is 8 to 7. A.
You said 8.
I know.
I was like,
A to 7, or A is to 7, as, let's write that. A is to 7
As 9 is to 14.
as, I like that. 9 is to 14.
What does that mean? Just what it's saying.
Mom.
Oh, you should write this down. You should write this down. Okay, so A is to 7 as 9 is to 14. How do I set this up? Yeah, I'll tell you, it's yours.
Oh, okay. So you would put A over 7
Bingo.
and then equals 9 over 14.
Excellente. And then we solve.
Yeah, we cross multiply.
14 times A.
Mine looks like I wrote mine where it looks like a 9. Okay, so 14A,
Very good. And 7 times 9.
63.
All right, so I'm going to write 14A, bring that down, equals 63.
So then you're going to divide 63 and 14 by 14.
Okay, and I'll let you do the math.
Does it have a remainder?
Decimal.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all write this at the top here, because it's going to help you with some of the problems that have words. Okay?
So A equals 4.5.
Yes, ma'am. Very good.
Let's do the next one.
My watch, Siri on my watch, is listening to me and saying, I do not understand. I do not understand. I should take a screenshot, post on social media, and say, typical of my students. Y'all don't get it.
I do.
You get it.
I do.
It's literally typing everything I'm saying, and then Siri keeps saying, I do not understand. I do not understand. Okay,
That's what we do.
I know. All right, 26. Tanner. Again, we're still in section B where it says setting up a proportion. So what is your proportion going to look like?
Line equals line.
Line equals line. Okay, so let's read 26. A store stocks pine and spruce seedlings in approximately the ratio of 7 to 2. If they order 24 pines, how many spruce seedlings should they order? So, what goes in my first ratio, my first fraction?
7,
Over
2.
bingo. That goes back to the example right here. Remember this? You're like, why did y'all do that? The ratio was 2 over 7. Okay, very good. So it is 7 pine and 2 spruce. Okay, so 7 pine. Remember, it's written first, right? It says a store stocks pine and spruce.
Those are trees, right?
Yes, I can smell them now. It smells like Christmas. Okay, Tanner, it says if they order 24 pines, how many spruce seedlings should they order?
I bet 24 over on top, and then N on bottom.
Very good, because 24 pines and you want to keep it together. Good job. And they're asking for spruce. We don't know what it is, so N on the bottom. So now we cross multiply. N times 7 is?
N7.
Or 7N. And then 2 times 24, you do the math and tell me.
48.
Yes, ma'am. So I have 7N equals 48. Bring them down, don't switch them. So what do I do?
Divide both by 7.
Yes, you do. Okay, so I have N equals, I'll let you do the math. And it says round to the nearest whole number. So you're going to get 1 decimal. So tell me what you get after you get the decimal.
So what I add? Oh. I did that wrong.
There you go. 48 goes in the house. Can 7 go into 4? Put a 0. Can 7 go into 48?
Yes.
And you tell me how many times. Relax. What is 7 times 5?
35.
What is 7 times 6?
42.
What is 7 times 7?
49.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 7 times 6.
There you go.
Equals 40.
I always start with my 5s because I know those. Okay, so 42. And we subtract and we get 6. Bring down your 0. I put a decimal. You should too. How many times 7 go into 60?
So times 7 is 49.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 56.
So 8 times.
8 times.
Okay, 56. Now they said round to the nearest whole number, so we can stop here. So Tanner, if I'm going to round to the nearest whole number, I look to the 8.
It goes up.
So then this becomes a,
7.
there's your answer. Any questions? You are going to be doing page 206. Numbers 5 through 25 odd, 11 problems. That is due Thursday. Test Monday. If you get started, you will be done. Stay focused.